Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from Sort of Interesting, and today you're joining me for a nice calm relaxing vlog style video. And yes, we are going to be going on that rope swing in just a moment. Might tell I'm slightly out of breath because yes, I have already been playing on the rope swing before starting filming. But it's getting exceedingly hot out here. It is currently 25 degrees allegedly. I can very well believe that. So if you're unfamiliar, normally I post these little bonus vlog videos as a little way to say thank you, a little bit extra to channel members and Facebook subscribers and supporters and so on, just as an informal bit of bonus content. I thought I'd throw this one out to the wider world so that everybody can see it. So I expect over the next 2 to 3 days for this video to rack up between 6 and 8 billion views. What do you reckon? Let's give it a go. Smash the like button, guys, and all that sort of stuff. So with these videos, they're not normally highly edited. They're just me sharing random things from my incredibly boring, mundane life, rather than my usual content, which, if you're unfamiliar, is normally about the great outdoors, wild camping, stealth camping, showing you interesting old stuff, whether that's industrial ruins, old mines and quarries, medieval castles, literal thousands of years old, ancient Iron Age hill forts and so on. So please do subscribe if any of that sounds interesting, because as I spoke about it then, even I thought, wow, what is this channel? This sounds great. I wish my channel was like that. So on to the video. As I say, it's informal, light-hearted, not highly edited, as you can probably gather if you haven't already tuned out. So over the last couple of weeks, there's actually been some interesting things. Mainly, I went and did the Emmerdale soap opera village tour. Now, for anybody outside the UK, I apologise, that probably means absolutely nothing. For many people in the UK, I apologise, that probably means nothing. But to be fair, it was quite interesting. Basically, Emmerdale used to film the soap in a real village, and then it started to get really busy with tourists and fans turning up and all sorts of other issues of filming in a real location with real people going about real lives. So they ended up building a little fake village, and I say little, it's a small village, but it's a massive set. So they're not real buildings and you couldn't go and live in one of these places. However, it is quite interesting that they've got such a substantial set for filming all of the outdoor sections and all of these iconic places like the Woolpack pub and so on. And what I was quite interested in, and hopefully there's some images on screen as I talk about this, it's the attention to detail. So there's like even simple things like little health and safety notices that are posted around the place. And you might think that's just because it's an active film set and it's health and safety for the staff and the actors. The reality is it's actually there just because that's how it would be in real life. And even things like the post box on the outside of the village shop literally has the information sheet filled in with fictitious information, and there's stuff that tells you about the local city, the big town Houghton in the world of Emmerdale, and it's all this completely make-believe stuff, but they've got that attention to detail, even though on telly nobody would ever be able to read what it says. And I love that sort of stuff. That's just my sort of painstaking detail that grinds everything to a halt, even making my own simple videos of me secretly testing out a gimbal in this video still. So yeah, that was genuinely interesting. And then we actually got to meet one of the Dingle family actors, so that was fantastic. The Dingles, for anyone who's unfamiliar, are probably one of the top 3 most iconic TV families in Britain. So yeah, all in all, a great little experience. But then more interestingly, for viewers of this channel maybe, me and my girlfriend actually spent the night in a campsite, and this is not something that we've done, I don't think, ever before. In fact, I was going to say very often, but it doesn't get less frequent than never. Well, it's not wild camping, but me and my girlfriend are in our first trip in the tent. I'm loving it. I'm not sure how she's finding it.
Don't even talk to me.
That went perfectly in many respects. Only thing I didn't think, she decided to fetch her sun lounger as a bed, and of course, a sun lounger isn't a bed, it's a massive, infinitely longer than a bed sun lounger. So that was interesting, just fitting that into the tent. I did take my Alpkit Elan bivvy bag, just in case we had any issues, but luckily, I at least, surprisingly, managed to sleep through the night quite well. And luckily for maybe viewers of this channel, I also managed to convince my girlfriend as part of that trip to come out and try proper wild / stealth camping with me. So in the next couple of weeks, you will either see a video on this channel of me and my girlfriend triumphantly making it through the night hidden away in the woods somewhere, or you might see a video of me and my girlfriend, how we split up on a stealth camping adventure gone wrong. So time will tell on that one, let's wait and see. But yeah, it was just a really nice time. And even more interestingly for viewers of this channel again, maybe, over that evening I went for a little walk, and I only walked about 1.5 miles just down a random footpath that happened to be near to the campsite. And in that mile or so, I saw so much interesting stuff, just in a random place on the outskirts of the sort of Leeds area of Liverpool. Massive air vents which go down to a huge underground railway tunnel. Now, I'm based in the North Wales area. When I see air vent marked on a map, I'm envisioning tiny little shafts that go down to an old quarry or slate mine or something like that, that you could barely squeeze into, and I don't suggest you try, do not do that. When I got to these air vents, they were massive. You could literally have built a house on top of them, and I couldn't even see the top. And so at one point, I was literally throwing my camera into the air to try and get a shot, just to see what was actually there, whether it was just an open, massive air vent or what. So yeah, all in all, fascinating. Loads of curious styles and beautiful little bits of footpath and gates and stuff along the way. A wild deer sighting, which is a rarity for me. Certainly around these areas, you don't see much in terms of deer stalking about the place. So yeah, all in all, it was a fantastic little evening. And yeah, I'm really pleased with the whole event. Really, really nice. The car managed to last the trip there and back, so that was always a bonus. Especially in these days, where every time I look at the car, it somehow seems to have cost another 50 quid. Not literally, but also, I'm going to touch wood here. I hate saying stuff like that out loud. The car's fine, let's not talk about the car. It's okay, it doesn't cost any money. Everything's normal again. Oh, I've just created some strange karma there. Anyway, yeah, there's loads of other stuff. Obviously, I've got this gimbal, which I'm just subtly trying to move around and talk here. Obviously, I'm not going to be using the gimbal just for this. I've got so many great ideas to get out filming now that I've basically got this quiet, silent, robotic person that can film and track me as I go around. I think now, as the video's really droned on and on a lot longer than I'd intended here, we need to go on that rope swing. I'm going to just reframe myself, because as I move further away from the camera, having myself tracked to the upper third of the shot won't be the perfect shot. So hopefully as well, this is a good test of the microphone. It is on. Hopefully it's recording via the microphone. I'm quite croaky here. I feel like I'm welling up in terms of my voice. I don't know if this tracking will work because A, I'm quite far away. We've got some excessive light altered conditions here with all the sunlight dappling through the leaves and the trees and the canopy above. Oh, I'm getting really poetic in my words here. I need to calm it down. So, will this track me, especially from that angle where I'm going to be going away from it and probably facing away? I'm going to say no, but I bet you I can get a short form video up before this video goes live of me actually being successfully tracked on this. So, wish me luck here, my friends. 3, 2, 1, are we being tracked? It looks like it's actually working. Well, goodness me. Now, I just need to... Oh, I nearly got off. I was going to say, I just need to preserve my dignity as I get off this, because my legs and joints don't move quite like they used to. Flipping heck. A little bit of rubbish here, we'll take that with us. Lovely stuff. It's the nature of the modern world. I don't know if that successfully tracked me or not, or if that fly was buzzing around just to annoy me when I get to looking at this footage. Oh. Okay, just to wrap this video up, I thought we'd change angle here, just because I wanted to really test it out with the side-to-side tracking. I know this is going to be a disastrous way to wrap things up, but as always, thank you very much for watching. I can't believe what happened in June, something ridiculous. I was averaging 1 million views a day, which has dropped down now. As you might have seen, I've tried to relax things a little bit because it was unsustainable levels of productivity. But thank you all for the support. I hope you will continue to enjoy the random posts that I come up with. Now let's see, can this actually track me in a full side-to-side sweep here? More to the point, have I set the gimbal up correctly, or am I going to be going outside of its range of motion? Until the next time, my friends, wish me luck. Have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you very soon. It actually is having a good go at tracking me, even though I'm not facing the camera here. Thank you very much for everything, my friends. I hope to see you again very, very soon. And I hope you'll enjoy my proper videos and normal content. Till the next time, keep it interesting, keep it rope swing worthy. Have a fantastic day, and of course, my friends, farewell. Whew. Way too old for this, way too old for this.